Imagine if you could transform the way people work. Imagine if you could transform the way projects are managed. Imagine if you could transform the way corporate real estate is managed. The name of that dream is Orchestra. Orchestra is an app with e-procurement capabilities, which makes it highly feasible. We believe in a solution that improves communication across borders, regardless of culture, and across all industries, regardless of operations. Coronet Global has more than 9,000 members who manage over $2 trillion in real estate and workplace assets. Corporate real estate has a problem. The flow of communication on archaic platforms and non-standardized processes slow down the progression of the stakeholders in the different activities related to corporate real estate. The question is, how to close the gap between the speed of real estate and the speed of business? We broke down the question into 3 parts. First, the gap is a measure of time. Second, the speed of business means how fast the corporation is expanding or contracting. And third, the speed of real estate can be understood as how fast new space can be delivered to that corporation as it expands or contracts. The gap can be measured as time. Therefore, we are trying to reduce the days, weeks, or months between the realization of the existing need of more space and its final delivery in the form of usable area. The gap lies in the management, communication, and organization of corporate real estate projects, in which each stage of any decision-making process there is a delay. You can call these delays and communication inefficiencies as noise. Orchestra is an app that is a hyper, collaborative, project extranet app that is simple, easy, and better designed. The academic and field research suggests that there is a need. There is a need to implement a platform that orchestrates the interactions between suppliers, other departments in the corporation, and the CRE department. What is behind the orchestra concept? What is the best harmonizer of noise? A symphony orchestra. We want to apply and organize the orchestra concept to the CRE process in the form of an app. In an orchestra, there are 4 main groups. Now let's apply the CRE industry. These 4 groups produce and request their own information from the CRE department, who is the conductor. The audience is finance, HR, and senior managers. We changed all the sheet music to phone apps and orchestra was born. The CRE department coordinates the delivery of services to transform them into value and receives feedback from the internal departments in the corporation in a continuous cycle. What does orchestra do? First, it allows incremental reductions in the time required to deliver information and share feedback through functions such as instant and collaborative messaging. Second, orchestra can store and provide access to project history through features such as hashtags. Third, CRE executives and users can be globally integrated to store information of service providers and internal departments through the cloud server, giving them instant access to their worldwide portfolios. And finally, Orchestra creates open spaces where managers, consultants, and contractors can see each other through an activity feed, and where the decisions are made in a more transparent environment. Here is a practical scenario about how Orchestra closes the gap. First, Mr. Yan, the CRE manager in charge of the data center project, logs in. To start the data center project, upload the documents for the real estate management candidates to download. Click to send invitation. This invitation goes to multiple real estate management companies. Through our open space feature, the audiences are like HR, finance, and senior management will immediately see in their project feed the start of a new project. The audience can sort and filter which project stakeholder updates they want to follow. While on his lunch break, Peter, the real estate manager, receives the invitation from Mr. Yan, the CRE manager. Peter, the real estate manager, reviews the documents and accepts. Peter, the real estate manager, begins work uploading registration forms and site pictures. Mr. Yan, the CRE manager, receives site pictures and forms from Peter, the real estate managers, but also from other real estate managers. He can see all of them together and compare. Mr. Yan and his CRE team rate the sites, and the results will show the best choice. The team can comment and make an informed decision. The CRE manager and CRE team can create hashtags which keep your data well indexed and easily discoverable throughout the project database, saving time when you need to retrieve feedback to make a decision. When the CRE team has made a decision, the news goes automatically to Peter's smartphone and appears on his newsfeed. On Orchestra App, this kind of streamlined digital bidding cycle will be repeated when procuring roles such as project manager, designer, and contractor. Let's jump to the design of the data center. We have Nikki, the designer, who has already been selected working on her laptop. She's designing the blueprint of the data center. Mr. Yan, the CRE manager, asks for an update. She wants to update Mr. Yan and his CRE team on her progress. Nikki, the designer, screenshots her data center blueprint and sends a draft of the blueprint straight to Mr. Yan's, the CRE manager. Mr. Yan gets a message from Nikki, the designer, on the blueprint, which begins the feedback loop. Receive, review, annotate, screenshot, share, decide. This loop will continue until the final drawing is approved. In summary, the Orchestra app is the integration of communication and coordination, collaboration and decision-making, information management and interoperability, anti-corruption and e-procurement. We plan to go beyond to truly create the most intelligent tool for corporate real estate. First, a dip button, which will automatically deliver an official examination and verification of accounts and records related to an overall performance of the stakeholders. Second, instant messaging accountability and collaboration. We believe no message should be left behind. Instant messaging accountability, like with receipts, typing notification, and detailed timestamps, are necessary to prevent delayed decisions and poor productivity. In summary, Orchestra can close the gap by accelerating the time in which every action is performed. Orchestra does this in 4 ways. First, incremental reductions in the time required to deliver information, share feedback, and make efficient decisions. Second, storing standardized information and providing access to project history. Third, allowing global integration whereby CRE management can have instant access to their worldwide portfolios. And four, creating open spaces where projects stakeholders can see each other, avoiding corruption. Decision making is in the palm of your hand.